Good morning, this is Kathy, and this is just a quick little overview for some of the other charts that I watch. Okay, SPX. Left side shows the day chart, and I did an article on SPX recently. You can find it in the blog. Okay, so price is holding below this neckline on the day chart, right? It's an inverse head and shoulders neckline, and it has pulled back to validate this bullish cross. So far, the initial test is holding, right? It breached it, but it closed above it on Friday. Okay, so what we're looking for is either it to pull back here and test 2035.23 and see if that holds. If that can't, then I'm looking for the golden ratio zones to be tested. Otherwise, as long as the bullish cross is validated on the day chart, then the implication is it's going to try to get through this neckline. If so, there's some confluence targets as shown in the red zones. On the right side is an intraday target. Now, I had done a much smaller ST Rinko chart before, and it just wasn't big enough. So this is a 60 STR Rinko chart, and this shows that price is in and emerging back. Now, if price pulls back and pushes below 56.24, it's going to shift the whole dynamics of this particular Scion pattern. So this is right now it's pulling back to validate this bullish cross on this bar size, and as long as it holds, then the implication is it's going to attempt to get to this 69.25. If it goes below 2056.24, then I'll be watching for the 200, which is currently at 53.69, and then price can come all the way down here to 2046.04, and this Scion pattern, although it will be changed, it'll be changed to a Gartley instead of a batch, so this key level 2066.66 will be the target instead. As long as it holds above 2046, that's going to remain in play. Okay, this is ZS, and so what I'm looking for is price is currently testing a bullish harmonic PRZ at 1008.37. This is an important juncture because one thing, it's very extended from the moving averages, right? And this is a double bearish cross. And since price is so far from it, I would anticipate at least a stall or an attempt to go into retracement mode. Initial of a bounce target is going to be 1023.25. Ideal minimum target is 1030.49. So right now the bias is really to the downside, but because it's so extended and it is a bullish PRZ, then I would anticipate at least an attempt to go into retracement mode. Failure to do so, or a stall. Failure to do so has the extended targets as listed below. Ideal target 944.72, and scaling points are going to be these brown fibs. Should it go into retracement mode and is able to hold above the ideal minimum target, it's going to shift the bias, because by the time price gets up there, most likely these moving averages are going to be below there, so it will have the potential of shifting the bias. Right now, ABCD targets are way up there, 1139.50, 1179.62, and 1230.66. But first things first, is going to need to take out this 68.50. Okay, NG. Right now, price is in a wedge. Okay, this has been a lot of downside bias, but now we're getting bigger bounces as we make these lows. So this is currently in retracement mode attempt of a bullish ABCD extended target. The ideal target is 2.792. It's very close to that. So if this emerging pattern, it's a purple butterfly, if this will complete, it will help price get out of this wedge, and then we have some upside targets. There's correlation at the 3.45 area as well as the 3.71 area. But first things first, you know, every time it has tested this wedge resistance, it has held. The wedge support has been shifted because first it was up like that, and then it was like that, and now it's like that. So we're making wider swings inside of this. It's still considered a consolidation, but it's making wider moves. All right, so first things first. Initial levels to actually break and hold Fib-wise is 3093 or 2809. Potential breach should test that 2792. Below there, we have ABCD targets, and there's a correlation, a double PRZ down here at the 2.474 region. Okay, and finally gold. Gold is in between opposing emerging patterns. Initial levels to break and hold are going to be above 1194.9 or below 1182.1. Until that happens, price is just inside of a range. Now, if price is the bias is to the upside right now, okay? But it has some divergence. So let's see what happens. If price can test this 1194.9 above there, has the initial target of 1201.6. If that's the case, if it gets above there, if it gets above this 1194.9, it's going to invalidate the blue pattern. It could change into something else, but this particular pattern as is will be eliminated. If price gains momentum and is able to push above this 12016, then the ideal target is way up here at a previous high at the 1239 and scaling points along the way as noted on this chart. Now, say price holds below this 1194.9, then I'm going to watch for a retest of the golden ratio zone, and once price can break below 1177.8, it's going to have a high probability of testing either 1170.4 or lower. There's heavy confluence down here, two different harmonic patterns at this 1150 area, and scaling points will be along the way at these blue fibs. Okay, all right, that's it.